casual boxing fan. What's good?
What's good, Slim on the ropes, boxing in the building.
Yeah,
Man,
man.
lot going on, man. Where you want to start, man? You want
Hey,
to start
man.
with the update with Brian Norman and your boy Devin?
I would like to start off right and send out a blessing right to everybody out there dealing with substance abuse issues, you know, mental issues, whatever you may be going through in life, man. Right. And one thing I know, if you're dealing with a substance abuse issue, right, like and not this person in particular, but if you're dealing with it, like for example, if you black, right, and you want to delve into the world of recreational drugs, right, and alcohol, right, have money, be rich, right, be like Bill Haney, be like Bill. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that Bill is anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying he got that vibe, right? Of somebody, right, who move like that, right? They move like that, and like I find, and I want to say, yo, man, thank you, Bill Haney, for getting involved in boxing. You give us content creators so much to work with, man. Yo, Bill Haney is a brilliant man, bro. Brilliant man. I've been laughing for 2 days at Bill Haney and Brian Norman Sr. on Coach. They want to squash it, but this is the internet, nigga. It ain't going nowhere. We seen it, we heard it, and we captured it. You know what I'm saying? And that whole fiasco, all I'm saying is, if you
All
gonna,
I'm saying is, what was he drinking on, Slim? What was
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So if you gonna have that substance abuse issue, right? You know, have money, especially if you black, because these things affect melanated people differently, right? It's something I witnessed. Like say, if the brother likes to delve into the white girl, right? It's gonna affect that brother differently than it does these white people or these other people. It affects them differently, man. It's a fact. It's a fact. Like white people can do that shit and go on about their day, man. Niggas do that shit, man. They start wilding the fuck out. It's not for us, man. That stuff is not for us. Yo, there's other shit. Yo, weed is for
what
us.
are you saying?
Yo, God gave us weed. Like, if you got melanin, smoke weed, man. Smoke weed. Like me, I don't even drink like that for real. Like, I used to drink yak. I
Oh
think Bill
shit!
was off the yak, right? When he was talking to Brian Norman Sr., he was off that yak. Because he wasn't drinking the white, right? He wasn't drinking the white because the white, he would have been a little more live. He was live, right? But he was like yak live. Like, he was off
Hey
that
Slim,
brown.
you know spirits ain't good for us in our blood, bro. That we don't do good with that shit.
I'm saying
I
if
know
it's,
I don't do good with that shit. Not the hell nah, man. You know my past with that shit. Hell nah.
I'm just saying though. So if it's spirits, I mean, it was something at play with that,
Why you
right?
saying they call it spirits, man? That's why I don't mess with that shit.
Yeah, bruh had slurred speech and some more shit, and I'm thinking it may have been something else, but I don't know. I don't know. All I know is the video that I'm gonna come on over and mess with you for a minute. Video, right? It plays into the hands of all the other video, and like this right here just capped it off, right? Because I remember Mill City hit the release that whole joint. I'm gonna come on over and mess with you for a minute, and it's just the wiping of the nostrils and shit. Nasty work, man. Nasty work, Bill. Bill, nasty work, bruh. Yo, Bill, going on live, right? You embarrassing your sons with that shit, man. Right? Going on live and like you trying to sell a fight, that's cool. But jumping out there telling that man F his moms and all like that, wow, you
That was
going in, man.
crazy
That was
work,
the
Slim.
yak.
Crazy work.
That was the yak and the girl, man. That was the yak and the girl, bruh.
Bro, you knew he was off because he was. All right, you know we had the subject talking about the use of the N word, right?
Yeah.
That mug was dropping N bombs. That he was like really out of characteristics of Bill Haney. You knew he was on something.
Now I'm just saying, I don't know that. I don't know. I'm just saying what it sound like. It sound like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, it's allegedly it sound like that. Okay, it sound like he was on something because it wasn't his usual self where he joke around. Like normally he don't do that type of stuff, man. Then he's like, man, F your mom, all that shit. I'm like, whoa, where we going with this?
It sounded like a bender. It sounds like he's going on a bender. So you know what I'm saying? It sounds like, you know what I'm saying? I know niggas, right? You know what I'm saying? And when they go on a bender, it's just like it's for days. It's for days, right? So when we was kids, we know old niggas, right? They used to go on the benders and go wild, right? And just go off the chain, right? So I'm just saying, right? That's what that seemed like. It seemed like he in the, and what's coming next after the bender is the crash, right? So who's ever near him, he gonna be kirking the fuck out on him. He'll be in crash out mode for a minute after the bender.
Let me ask you this, because a lot of people, and even my sources say that the fights aren't off, and it wasn't Bill who backed out. You think, man, after seeing all how Bill been acting lately, man, that certain powers that be who were in charge of the money was like, oh man, we can't be dealing with this shit, man.
I think it may have been a selective crash out because I think Bill Haney knows what'll happen if he puts his boy Devin Haney in the ring with Brian Norman Jr. It won't be pretty. Like Devin will have to run. Like he will have to run for his life because if they exchanging and mixing it up, Brian Norman Jr. hits a lot harder than you, Dev. He hits a lot harder than all them niggas at 35. He hits a lot harder than Lomachenko. A lot. Lomachenko slicker. I give you all that, right? But if you get caught, you thought Lomachenko was putting them things on you. Like it's gonna be mad different.
Hey
You
man,
gotta holler at Vic.
give Bill props, man, for being a great manager, man. He knew how to move his son, man. I think about the Rocky movie when Rock was about to fight Mr. T. It was like, you don't want them type of problems. Hey, look, man, we've been pushing your career a certain way and getting you certain fights. Now, they ain't has-beens or washed-ups, but they ain't like this killer that you trying to face, man. So I think about that Rocky movie where Rocky was fighting Mr. T,
I'm
man. This
thinking
is the
Rocky
same
3, which is,
Rocky
in
3.
my opinion, is the greatest Rocky movie of all time. Rocky 3 is the best one, in my opinion. Better than 4, better than
This
1,
this
better than
this
2. Rocky 3. It was so real.
this is a Devin Haney, Brian Norman Jr. situation. And if Devin Haney decides to take that fight with Brian Norman, that is the end of his career. His career will be ended after that fight. You will not see Devin Haney fight no more if he takes that fight with Brian Norman Jr. That's just my opinion.
All right, so let me go. I agree with you, right? So the thing is, I'm gonna go to Charlie. Let me salute the chat real quick. Salute the Millen Films, man. Salute to Don Derek, them, man. Yo, salute to Charlie. Yo, Flapping, you on some extremely casual shit. Yo, salute to that guy, man. Yo, Charlie saying Rocky 2 the best. That's your opinion. Me, Rocky 3, right? Let's go to Rocky 3 and let's address the Brian Norman Devin Haney situation, right? He's right, except Mr. T wasn't the champion in that. You know what I'm saying? Rocky was the
Oh
champion.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
so
true. That's
that's all.
true.
Just to set the context, but you're talking about in terms of the
The
glorified
dialogue
fighter
and
who
the
was
dialogue
hand picking
and what
opponents.
exactly
He was hand
the
picking opponents.
opponents.
But I'm gonna have to disagree with that too because Devin wasn't fighting tomato cans. That Devin wasn't fighting tomato cans. Devin tried to fight Shakur. Shakur ducked, right? Devin wanted that tank smoke, right?
Okay, time out.
Let's just keep it
Let's
real. At
let's
35,
address
Devin
this. Okay,
did.
let's go backwards. Can we go backwards?
Hold on, I want to
Devin's
finish though. I want to finish,
Devin's
right?
last opponent. Was he elite? Devin's last opponent, Ramirez.
Let me finish, right? So
Go ahead.
we can go down the list, right? He
Cause we're gonna
wanted
break
that.
it down. We
So
gotta break it down.
after he ducked no smoke with Lomachenko, right?
Who?
Devin Haney. So of course, all right, let's go even back further, right? He got the email championship because Lomachenko didn't want to fight him, right? So he's like, fuck it. Everybody dissing him.
Hold
Everybody
up,
calling
time
him
out.
the email champ. Everybody
Let's go
calling him
back. Let's
soft.
go back to his last knockout.
No, no,
Go
no.
back to
I'm
his
going
last.
there. I'm going there. Let me
Yeah,
finish my
start. No,
take real
start there.
quick.
I
No, let
want
me
you to
finish my
start
take
there.
real quick because it's got to be in
Start there.
context. It's got to be in context, right? So,
Yeah,
yo,
that's what I'm
so
saying. Start there with his last knockout. Start there with his last knockout in DC, where he spent dude around with that hellified knockout. I was sitting next to his aunt at the time at DC at the MGM National Harbor. I remember that fight. That was his last knockout.
okay, so that means nothing, right? Because we're talking about Devin Haney. Devin Haney don't get knockouts. He outboxes niggas, right? So the thing is, so Devin, after he gets this email championship, disrespected, he sees like Tio. He wanted smoke with Tio, bro. He wanted smoke with Tio. When Tio beat Lomachenko, Tio wasn't going to fight him. It's a fact, right? So when Kambosos got the belt from Tio, Bill said, yo, dollar bill. Like, man, I talked to Bob, he'll cut us a deal if we want to come fight for that. We're going to get fucked on the money, though. We're going to get fucked on the money, though. But we looking beyond the money. It's not about the money, right? So they did it, right? So Devin Haney took a fuck deal to become undisputed. Niggas is not doing that, right? So let's not paint Devin Haney as somebody who was ducking smoke, right? So now,
Can I stop you right there?
time out.
To interject, I just want to interject one little thing.
What's up?
He only did that. He only did that because that was the easiest route to undisputed. He knew George Kambosos was easy. His boy Mickey Bay had fought him. He knew that was easy work for him. So that's why he took that. Go ahead.
No, but also, Teofimo Lopez wasn't going to fight him. That was the main part, right? Devin Haney wanted that smoke with Teofimo Lopez, and Teofimo Lopez wasn't going to fight him. Let's not act like that's not what happened, right? So
I kind of agree
Teofimo,
with that. I kind
hey,
of agree, but I kind of disagree because the nigga looked way too happy when George Kambosos beat Teofimo Lopez. Like, woo, you handled that for me. I ain't got to worry about it. That's exactly how that looked during that
okay, so
time.
I'm gonna
But
help
go
you
ahead.
out,
Go ahead.
right?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help your argument out, right?
Go ahead.
The same fuck deal he took to fight George Kambosos, he could have offered that same fuck deal to Teofimo Lopez. He never did. You see what I'm saying? He only did that because of what you said, right? He knew he was going to beat George Kambosos. Teofimo
Mm-hmm.
Lopez was more of a risk. That's why he wasn't going
Yeah.
to do that fuck deal with Teofimo Lopez, right? Because if you're going to do a fuck deal like that, you got to be like over 90% sure you're going to win. Because if you lose, let's talk Rocky 5. You lose and you finish. You lose and you finished, right? That's what they did. Because they would have been finished financially and legacy-wise. It would have been a wrap on Devin Haney had he lost that gamble against Kambosos, right? And it's the same thing if
This
he
is
would have did that.
exactly.
Same thing if he would have did that to Tio. Just to add to your point, right? So Devin Haney took a smart gamble, ducked no smoke, became undisputed, said, all right, Shakur, let's get it, right? Shakur said, nah, right? He said, all right, Tank, let's get it. Tank said, nigga, you ain't nobody, right? Haney said, fuck it. Now, they did handpick Regis. They did handpick Regis, right? Regis was the perfect pick to go up to 40 with. He didn't have the length, right? He started boxing late, right? He's simply just a brawler. He's not a technician at all,
And
right?
he's smaller. And he's smaller. Because, Devin, a weight bully. He knew
As
he
I
was
say, he ain't
smaller.
got the length either. So he's smaller and he doesn't have the length. Regis was a hand pick, right? But see, this is where it get fucked up for Devin Haney, right? It all went to his head. He thought Ryan Garcia was pussy. He thought Ryan Garcia was soft, right? Because he quit on Tank. He said, all right, so that's where Bill Haney fucked up. They handpicked the wrong dude. Cherry pick gone wrong like a motherfucker. Cherry pick gone wrong than a motherfucker, right? Ryan Garcia. And now we at your fight here with Ramirez, right? Because he has to go back to being cautious. But let's not paint a picture that Devin Haney was like ducking smoke. So to go back to your point in Rocky 3, right? You're right. Brian Norman Jr. is Mr. T in this scenario. If we look at it in context of Devin Haney, right? He's that killer. That Devin Haney, we're going to find out what Devin Haney's really about. Brian Norman will be the first real killer he got in the ring with, where the odds physically are not stacked in his favor. And
It's
that's
gonna
a
go
fact.
all bad. It's gonna go all bad, man. That won't even be a fair competition, man. He
Yeah.
would definitely. He
Brian
would
Norman is that
definitely.
killer.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. He will end Devin's career if Devin was to fight Brian Norman Jr. That's just a fact, man. He don't want that type of problems, man.
I put it
He
like
been
this.
handpicking it. He been handpicking his opponents at the right time, at the right weight. He knew how to bully him as far as weight bullying. He don't want them type of problems with Brian Norman Jr. But here's the fact. The fact is, man, I suspect they spend a lot. When you make a lot, you spend a lot. He has no choice but to take this fight. They have no other options, man. There are no options out there where he can make money. He gotta take what Turkey Al-Sheikh offering him. Nigga, you want some money from me after what you did to me the last fight? Buying that big sick grill, running around for 12 rounds? Nah, Slim, you're gonna have to fight Brian Norman. Something happened to where it wasn't on Bill part that they backed out of the fight with Brian Norman, but something happened. Like, I don't know what happened, but something happened. Like, they want to get it right. You ain't running around this time, Slim, to get my money. I
So
suspect
so
they
so
go
you
to fight.
saying so
I
time out.
suspect
You
they go
saying
to
it was
fight Brian.
Turkey? You saying Turkey happened? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, from what my sources say, Bill did not back out.
Well,
That
did
shit
Brian
is still
Norman back out?
no, not at all.
So you saying Turkey pulled up?
I'm not saying somebody in the high who in charge of the money.
Well, who's in charge
What
of the money?
who you think in charge of the money? I'm saying
So
it without saying it.
no. I'm a direct guy, man. I'm just a direct guy, man. I'll say it, and I'll put like this.
I
It
keep
looks
names
like
out if I keep names out if I don't know for sure
I'll
based on my
preface it, right?
sources.
I'll preface it with, you know what I'm saying? It looks like, I would
Okay,
assume,
I'll go with that.
allegedly.
It looks
Yeah,
like
there we go.
allegedly.
So it looks like they didn't pull out, Turkey pulled up. That's what it looks like.
He probably wants some stipulations.
So of course, he's going to want it in the 18 by 18 ring.
That part. That
Yeah,
part.
yeah. Uh, he's going to have the casual, friendly, no running rule, right? So he's basically setting Devin Haney up to die, is what you're saying. So if Turkey pulled up in
Isn't
this
that?
scenario the way you said, he's setting Devin Haney up to be massacred in the boxing ring, in the
But isn't
18
that
by
what?
18
Isn't that?
boxing ring.
Let me ask you this: isn't that what Shakur just said? He feel like he getting set up by that's the smaller ring.
Yes, Shakur is right. Shakur is like I told you, he's a stick-up kid. He knows when he's being set up. Shakur is
But
being
remember,
set
I
up.
disagree. I disagree. This is going to show how elusive and slick you are in this smaller ring, based on what we talked about with Jahar Tucker and Truck Simpson that fight, man. So I go
Those
back.
two things can be true at the same time, right? Turkey could be setting up Shakur because he does not want a repeat of Devin Haney, right? He knows how Shakur fights and he hates it. He's a casual, right? That could be true. And I believe that is highly true. Hence, it's going to be a small ring, right? Now, Shakur could be just that guy where you're not setting me up. I could fight like this. You know what I'm saying? So those two statements are both true, in my opinion.
I believe in Shakur in this small ring. I think it's going to really highlight his attributes, man. And like I said, I got a stoppage. He's stopping Zepeda between 8 and 10. That's my prediction in the fight next week or 2 weeks, whatever's up. 2 weeks, I think.
With me, the more interesting story with this, if we're talking Shakur, right? What's the future of Shakur Stevenson with his frail hands, right? And Turkey Al-Sheikh being the biggest bag he could get, right? And Turkey's only going for, Thunderdome type fights. Yo, Turkey's on some Mad Max shit. Niggas are fighting the Thunderdome. It is what it is, right? So, like, if you want his money, you want my money. Fuck boxing. It's fighting. You know,
Here,
that's
here's,
where it's
here's,
at with
here's,
Turkey. What's the future of Shakur in that? It's small rings, right? No running rules, right? The referee's gonna be grabbing Shakur like, listen, you do it again, I'm gonna have to take a point. Shakur's gonna be like, what the fuck? You casual ass ref, fuck you, right? That's gonna drive shit. That's mental warfare. You feel what I'm saying? So Shakur is right. He is being set up because that's where it's coming to. He's coming into the tiny ring with a referee who's not going to let him do his patented jump back mongoose style. They got no mongoose style is outlawed, right? We hate boxing. We casual over here in Saudi Arabia, right? That's what it looked like to me. So I think Cool is right.
You
You
say you
still
think
there?
Cole right on?
Yeah, I think Cool is right. I think they are setting Cool up, but I think Cool is up for the challenge. My question is, how long will he be up for this challenge though?
I think it's all part of Turkey's plans, man. Remember, he wants the Shakur Tank fight, so he needs to get a preview of what it's like in an 18 by 18 ring with a pressure fighter. Let's see how Shakur handles that because he know Tank one of them hard ass knockout artists, man. But again, I don't want to talk about that Tank yet because he got big business ahead of him with Lamont Roach,
And
man.
on top of
My
that, Tank doesn't fight
sources
like
say
Zepeda.
sources say sources say both having camps in Florida, man. My sources tell me both got camps in Florida. That's crazy, right? Crazy work.
Uh, so math is saying Tank don't want the Shakur fight. Tank doesn't want the Shakur fight. That's a fact.
Huh?
That's coming from a Tank fan. Tank doesn't want the Shakur fight.
How long we
And
been
like,
talking about that? He don't. That's a difficult fight, man.
no, that's not why he don't want it though. He don't want it
I
because it's
know he
difficult.
don't want to get him paid. He just don't want that nigga to get paid. I'm
In
sorry, he don't
Tank's
want the
mind, he
brother to
knows how
get
to beat
paid.
Shakur.
I'm working on my N word, man. He don't want the brother to get paid.
No, but I'm just saying though, right? So, but that's just what it is. Tank doesn't like the guy. He don't want him to get paid. But in his mind, Tank is like with the same mentality. Okay, so if you want to get paid, I'm gonna have to get paid a lot more than you. You feel what I'm saying? Tank's gonna want to know what the purse is. It's gonna want to make sure he gets. He's gonna look at it as a percentage thing. That's how he's gonna look at it, as a percentage. So, and that's just what it is, right? But he also has in his mind he knows how to beat Shakur, and Shakur said it.
Let me
Shakur
ask.
watches the
Hold up.
show. He watches
Before
the
we
show.
move on.
Fight him
Before we
dirty.
move on. Before we move on to Tank, man. Final thoughts on Brian Norman and Haney, man. Do you think the fight will happen? Yes or no?
I think going back to Rocky 3, right? Uh, Mick still alive. He's talking to Devin, right? It's like this guy is all wrong for you, Dev. He'll kill you to death, Dev. He'll beat you to the mara, Dev. Right? You don't want no parts of this guy, Dev. He's hungry. He's an animal. He will end you, Dev. Like, don't fight that man. Fight somebody else. Fight
Now
Africa. Fight
and I
Africa.
miss and I miss the T promoter, right? Hey Slim. I see y'all lifestyle over there. You like to spend money, man. Every time after every fight, man, you blowing that money, Slim. You need this money, don't you? Come over here and get that work, man. I know he a dangerous fighter. He a killer. He might end your career, man. But come on here over here and get this money, man. Ain't nobody else gonna give you no money right now, Slim. Where the money coming from? The money source is Turkey right now. Top rank ain't give you no money. Golden Boy ain't give you no money. What you gonna do? You got to come over here and fight this killer, Slim.
All right, now, I want to stay on it, right? Because, okay, now, let's say Devin does take the fight. If you are on Team Haney, what are you doing? How do you beat Brian Norman Jr.? This is the hardest fight of his life.
Hug all night. You hug him. Nigga, I'm hugging. I'm grabbing him like I'm doing a slow dance. Man, that's Devin style, Slim. Go back to your original style. Jab, jab, hug, man. That's what got you to undisputed, Slim. It's boring as fuck, but don't listen to the people. Be like Shakur. Fuck the fans. Fuck the fans. I'm trying to tell you, Slim. Jab, jab, hug. That is your combination to winning. That's your formula right there. But that ain't gonna work against Brian Norman, that country boy from Decatur, Georgia, Slim. He about that action, about that work, Slim. He gonna put you to sleep. You're going to sleep and waking up famous, like my brother said. You're going to sleep and waking up famous if you're fucking with Brian Norman Jr., Devin Haney.
Devin
That's
Haney's
my take.
already famous. He's already famous, right? So, but I'm just saying, though, right? I believe he gets knocked out in that fight. But if I'm Team Haney, this is how I'm fighting Brian Norman, bro. Like you said, you were right. Stay on that stick, right? Lateral movement. We're going to keep this thing floating. Float like a motherfucking butterfly, right?
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen.
Guard that chin, nigga. Guard that chin. Keep your right hand up and your chin tucked and throw that stick, nigga. Throw that stick and slide. Just slide and keep it going. Matter of fact, we're not even training on punching in camp, right? We're dancing, right? We're dancing. I'm gonna have Dev training in ballet. Like we ain't even throwing punches. All you nigga, you can't punch no way. What we throwing punches for, right? We have to work on your feet, right? That whole camp, Devin is ballet dancing, bro. He's ballet dancing. He's doing like I'm saying he's doing yoga. He's stretching. Like we gonna get him floating, man. That's how you beat
Hey, he
Brian on
gonna
his
do the
nigga.
moves. He
You
gonna do the
do not
moves like Floyd
engage.
on Dancing on the Stars. He gonna do the moves like Floyd on Dancing on the Stars.
That's right. Do not engage. Do not engage. Right? Float. Stay on your stick. Keep your chin tucked and your right hand up, nigga. And just float. And we're gonna do this for
Yo,
12 rounds. 12 rounds.
yo, real talk, real talk. After this fight, Bill Haney is going because his boy going to sleep. His boy going to sleep. He got the other youngin, Sean Haney, right? I just seen an interview with YSM. He about to start his amateur career in August, right? Hey Bill, I got a play for you, Slim. I see he working out, right? Fuck doing all that amateur career stuff. It's a dude by the name of Charleston White who looking for 5 fights with Aiden Ross, right? He said, he looking for some amateurs, right? Have your son cover up one eye. He said that. I just need you to cover up one eye in the nigga. This is what Sean Hannity can do. This is your moneymaker part 2, Bill Haney. Sean Hannity and these celebrity fights, starting off with Charleston White. Y'all got beef. Y'all got beef. Y'all had beef. He talks shit about Devin and you. Hey, Slim, this is how you handle it. Make big money. Sean Haney right now said he's scheduled to fight his first amateur fight in August. Skip
Bruh,
all
time
that.
out.
Skip all
Time
that,
out.
Slim.
Time out.
Go
Time out.
straight
Time
to
out.
Charleston White, get that bag, Slim. For Aiden
Time out.
Ross.
Time
That's
out.
what you do, Devin. That's what you do, Bill.
Time out. Time out. So once again, right? Who am I, man? Who am I, man? Like, I am the ghost rider of boxing, right? So basically, this nigga just took a take I had going back to 3 weeks
How
ago.
I take your take? Did you say
Time,
anything
time,
about
time,
him
time.
fighting
Let me
Charleston
finish,
White?
man.
Nigga, you
You
ain't
had
say nothing about him fighting
yo,
Charleston
yo.
White.
You had your
That's why I
take.
didn't bring this up in the
You had
preview
your
of
take.
the show. Because
You
you
had
would have
your
stole
take.
my take, nigga. You would have
Now,
stole
now
my
it's my
take.
turn.
That's
Now it's
why
my
I
turn.
did the take.
Now
That's
it's my
why
turn,
I
right? So
did it.
check this out, right? Check this out. So 3 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, go ahead. Did you
Nigga,
mention Charleston White?
it's a
Did you
month ago
mention
now.
Charleston White? No, you didn't.
Time out, time out. I mean, like, time out. I'm gonna tell you, a month ago, right?
Go
I'm
ahead.
looking
Go
at this.
ahead, Slim. Go
I'm
ahead.
reading the transcript, right? And it's basically, I was sitting around saying, look at Devin Haney's little brother training, right? I said, wow, Bill is a smart man. He's setting this kid up for celebrity boxing. And y'all niggas was like, nah, no, he not. He said he want him to have real fights. I said, no. We had a debate on this shit. I said, no. He's setting this nigga up to be a celebrity boxer, right? That like I was giving Bill, I'm giving Bill his props a month ago on this shit, right? I said, yo, Bill, you a genius, bro. I see what you doing. You had Devin, the real fighter, and now Sean, tennis obviously ain't working out, right? You gonna bring the nigga gained a little bit of popularity off of the fight when like we even was joking on the name a month ago, right? So we were even joking saying, what is his
Again, I'm
nickname
not
gonna be, right?
disagreeing on
What
nothing
is
you
his
said.
nickname
I
gonna be?
set this up with
We
him and
said, what is
Charleston.
his
You
nickname gonna
didn't
be?
set this
Is
up
it
with him and
gonna be
Charleston. I'm saying
Sean the
Bill, go to
Liar
Charleston.
Haney? Or is it gonna be Sean the Prophet Haney, right? Because this was happening actually exactly. This was around the time Devin was about to fight Ramirez, right? And everybody was bringing up, right, how he was lying, right? Mr. Suspicious interviewed him, right? So off of the lie he told about a dream and Allah talking to him, right? He rolled to the Mr. Suspicious interview. Then Bill is a genius. Bill put that boy in boxing. He said, yo, they're bringing back Celebrity Deathmatch. I brought that up 2 months ago, right? They're bringing back Celebrity Deathmatch, right? Aiden Ross is listening, right? Live action Celebrity Deathmatch. Bill Haney is preparing Sean Haney to go into that shit, right? And so now you heard it here first, right?
I don't want to bust your
All
bubble, but
y'all niggas debated me, right?
Aiden
All
Ross and
y'all niggas
Charleston White
debated
was
me
talking
on the
about that
fucking
last year,
take,
Slim.
and now you trying to mess the take up, right? And now you
How
trying
am
to
I
not
mad?
only
Nigga, did
mess
you
the take
mention
up
Charleston White
because
and
you
Sean
jumping
Haney?
on
Don't
the
be
take,
mad because I
acting
put
like
that
it's your
together.
idea.
Don't be
I
mad.
implanted that
Don't be mad,
idea
Slim.
into your head, nigga. I implanted that idea into your head a month ago. A month ago, right? I'm doing this to everybody in boxing right now. I'm the ghostwriter of boxing, right?
So
Everybody's looking at
why
this shit,
wasn't that
right?
your take?
And they see,
That
how
was
do
my
I
take.
know this
That was
shit,
my
right?
take.
How do I know this
I
shit, right?
said
I know this because I have insight, my nigga.
Sean
I have
Haney chose the
insight.
white.
I know
Hey,
this
hey,
because I
Bill,
know
you know where you
myself.
heard it first. You know where
I
you
know
heard it
this
first.
because I know
Sean
myself, right? And
Haney
I'm honest
chose
with
the white.
myself,
Set
right?
it up.
So I'm
Aiden Ross
able to
set
sit
it up.
and watch, right? I'm able to sit and watch and see things for how they really are, right? Nobody paints the picture, right? I define the narrative, right? I'm not following the narrative. I write the narrative, right? So just like I wrote your narrative right now for that take, right? I
How
wrote
you
your
write it?
narrative.
You
I'm
ain't come
doing this
up
for
with it. You
everybody in
ain't come
boxing.
up with it. You
I'm
ain't
doing
come
this for
up with it.
everybody in boxing, right? All of your favorite YouTubers. I am writing content for the entire YouTube boxing community, man. I am the ghostwriter of boxing, bro. Like, yo, and for real, right? And like, I love it. And
Go
that's the
sit
thing.
down.
Because the thing about it is, right? When you have that, that means you're in touch with something higher. So I'm telling you, Bill Haney is a genius for involving Sean Haney in the celebrity stuff, right? And like you say, Charleston
Oh, he
White
didn't say
is a
that.
good
That's
matchup.
the thing. Bill ain't got him involved in no celebrity. He trying to
Charleston White,
do an
Charleston.
amateur
Yeah,
journey
now
with him.
you're going back to your original take, yeah, right? But I'm telling you, Bill Haney is already 5 steps ahead of you, my nigga, right? And I'm 1 step ahead of Bill Haney, right? Because I'm
I
telling
just
y'all what
gave
he's
Bill
doing.
an alley-oop. Sean
I'm
Haney
telling y'all what he's
and
doing, right?
Charleston White. I said it. I said it. You ain't say it. I said it. Set that up, Bill. Set that up and give me the shout out for it.
Bruh.
Set
So I
that
mean,
up
like,
and
it's all good. It's all good. Like, it's documented. It's documented. Like, yo,
you ain't say. Did you say
y'all
Sean Haney?
want to see
You
the
ain't say
original
none
take
of
on
that.
that?
I gave Bill
If
the
y'all want to see
alley
the
oop
original
for
take
him.
on that,
I
right?
gave him.
So if y'all want to see the original take on that, y'all can go a month ago.
Yeah, go
When
ahead.
was it?
Go ahead. I have no problem with that. You said that.
Yeah. I said
I
it's
took
over a
that.
month ago.
I took
I
that. I
told
took
y'all he
that
was
and
setting
put
that
it.
up.
I took that and put it together, Slim. I
I,
took that and put it together.
I
I'm
told
looking at
y'all he was
Sean
setting
Haney
that up.
working out. Hey,
So
Bill,
I
I got a better
just want to
play
put
for you.
that
Hey,
out there,
Bill,
right?
I got a better play for you. Go holler
So
at
now,
Charleston White. Y'all got beef. Y'all got beef. Settle the beef with Sean and Charleston, man.
you heard it here first. I'm the ghostwriter of boxing. I'm the
I mean,
ghostwriter of
that's
boxing.
cool.
So I'm
Good
good with
job,
that though.
Ghostwriter. I just added to the script.
I'm good
Good
with that
job,
though, right?
Ghostwriter.
So I'm good with that though, right? Because yo, you my brother, you my fan. So I'd rather it be you. I'd rather it be you, right, than some other YouTuber.
Yeah,
If
you better.
anybody's
It's
gonna
best for me to
steal my
steal than
shit, right?
anybody else. It's
If
best for me to
anybody's
steal.
gonna jock my takes, I would rather it be you. So I would
Yeah,
rather you be the one, right? Out of all the other YouTubers, right? If I'm a ghostwriter for anybody, I would rather you, nigga. You my favorite YouTuber other than myself, right? So if anybody gonna jack my takes, it's gotta be you. So I'm
it
good with
gotta
that.
be me.
I'm good with
Okay. So what's the problem? What's the problem?
now I'm good with that. But let's go back to hold on. Your favorite barber, Bill, a professional middleman. Enough. That's right. That's right. That's real, bruh. Them niggas is going into celebrity death match. That's where it's going.
I'm trying to tell you, Charleston White just did it, man. He said he looking for 5 fights for Aiden Ross card. Only stipulation, man, you got to cover one of your eyes because you know he got the glass eye. So
Hey,
this is perfect. This is perfect for Sean Haney, man. Perfect, man.
hey, speaking of trash fights, right? Jake Paul is about to fight Chavez Jr. Fixed. It's gonna be fixed. I'm thinking
Oh,
it's a
it's
high
definitely
pop
a fixed fight. Fixed
fixed
fight.
fight, right?
Jake Paul to win. Jake Paul to win so he can get ready to fight for a title because that's all they talking about. Him getting a real title as a fighter. So this is a fixed fight coming up. We already know it.
Yeah, of course it's a fixed fight. Uh, does Jake Paul fight Tank after this?
This is interesting, right? I don't know.
I think Tank is smart to where he's using Jake like Canelo used Jake as leverage for the Turkey negotiations.
I can see that.
Because Turkey right now, you see, like Turkey wants to work with Tank now because he's realizing like, all right, we trying to get money. Tank fights how I like to fight, right? So he realized I gotta respect him. I can't treat him like he a thirsty nigga, right? I can't. And hopefully they could work something out. Cause I think Turkey could keep Tank in boxing. Tank had his foot out the door. He's ready to slap. If he fights Jake Paul, he's ready to get the fuck out.
Yeah. I think he just using Jake Paul as, like you said, leverage for negotiation. You know, he don't want to fight that big dude, man, for real. Come on, man.
And I think it'll be a great fight. In
Really,
cartoons,
man? Come on,
in
man.
cartoons, in
Yeah, man.
cartoons,
Way too big, man. Way too big. I ain't saying Jake Paul got no skills like that to fuck with Tank, but it's just a stupid fight.
your math is saying Jake Paul would beat Tank. There are weight classes for a reason. Jake Paul is shit, but he's still a heavyweight. That's why that's interesting. Okay, so math, it's a science project. Jake Paul versus Gervonta Tank Davis is a science project, right? I like science projects. I like to see how it goes. My thing is, I'm afraid Jake Paul to try to fix the fight, like I suspect he does. I don't know. I don't know that Jake Paul fixes fights, but looking at Jake Paul fights, a lot of those fights are suspect in the motherfucker.
You know what's crazy? Only fight I'm looking forward to on that card is Tevin Farmer against Kid Austin. I got Tevin Farmer stopping Youngin, man. He ain't been in nowhere with
Tevin Farmer
experience
ain't
like
stopped
that.
nobody. When the last time Tevin Farmer stopped the nigga?
Nigga, Golden Boy setting up Kid Austin, man. He don't even realize it. He getting set up, Slim.
When's the last time Tevin Farmer stopped anybody, bro?
I got him stopping Youngin, man.
You saying Kid Austin is ass.
I'm saying his trainer's ass. It's the dad. His ass.
I'm gonna have to disagree. I got Kid Austin in that fight.
For real.
Yeah, I got Kid Austin in that
Let's
fight.
let's bet 20 on that.
I'm not betting on Kid Austin because of the hospital
Oh,
bed.
but you don't believe it? I told you. I know Tevin
Oh
Farmer
no,
gonna
no,
whoop his
no.
ass.
I'm not putting
Belt the ass. Tevin Farmer belt the ass.
that whole hospital bed stunt. I would never put money on that kid. I'm never putting money on that kid. But that mean I still can't give a prediction, right? But that whole hospital bed stunt, like if I put money on fights, right, it ain't gonna be on a nigga who lays in a hospital bed to avoid fighting Shakur Stevenson.
He got too many. He too muscled up too, man. For man, he gonna get tired in that fight, Slim.
Sin City say, where would Jake be without roids?
Man, that's part of the sport, man. I don't even care. I don't care. They don't care. I don't care. I mean, for real, Slim. Everybody use performance enhancement. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. That's a fact. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
They roasting Deontay Wilder in the comments, man.
I don't even talk. I saw that shit. I wasn't talking about Deontay Wilder, man. For what?
Man, yeah. It's sad to see the
They
brother
stopped
fall
the
like that.
fight prematurely. Dude wasn't even fucked up, man. They just stopped that shit so Deontay Wilder get another victory, man, so he can try to get a fight with Anthony Joshua, man. Come on, man. Everybody can see that bullshit.
Is he still with PBC?
I don't know. I don't think so. That wasn't no PBC fight.
Yo, Mav say Wilder should retire. He not gonna retire when you can still make millions. He can still make millions of dollars in boxing, which is crazy.
How? How much you think he made for that last fight,
He's a
Slim? For real.
heavyweight, bro.
Again, how much you think he made?
Over $1 million. You
Two
laughing, but I
fifty.
bet you he did.
I bet you probably 250.
I bet you he made over $1 million.
If I knew a way to find the numbers, I'll take that bet on that. But we ain't gonna know, man. Ain't nobody paying him no fucking $1 million with no belt, Slim. He not a draw. Who
Yeah,
draw?
but he's a
Who
former
lining
heavyweight
up
champ of the
saying,
world, bro. It's
"Hey
always
man,
the
no
chance of a
disrespect,
knockout.
no disrespect, Slim, but ain't nobody lining up talking about they going to see a Wilder fight. I ain't
Not
heard nobody
not like
ever
they
say that.
used to. Not like they used to, but like you can't say like Deontay. I mean, he's washed, of course, right? And to me, it's sad, right? Because all he had to do was avoid that Tyson Fury rematch, right? And not switch his team up.
Hey man, that's what happens.
That's all he had to do. It wasn't broke. It wasn't broke. And to me, like Deontay Wilder is the perfect example of how it could fuck you up if you let it all go to your head. And I think it all went to his head, man. He like one of them niggas you can't tell nothing. You feel what I'm saying? He think he know everything.
And who
Like
was the promoter for
he's
that
not as
fight?
smart as you think he is.
Who was the promoter for that fight?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, man. I ain't even see that shit, man.
Yeah, your favorite barber said it was hard
Yeah.
to watch.
Heavy man, black heavyweights in America dead right now, son. They playing football and basketball. We ain't gonna have no great heavyweight no time soon. Son.
So yeah, how'd you feel about that press conference yesterday, man?
It's getting real thick and serious right now, man. Now we in that serious mode. Now we about to start saying people with them tribal lines start to pick. You either with Canelo or Crawford. Pick a side. Pick a side.
Yeah. I like my last video about that, man, because like people it's like really polarizing. Like people are choosing one side or another, and I feel like I broke it down. I could break it down again for the people who didn't catch it, right? Because I could answer what people are saying. So a lot of people were talking
Before you get
specifically.
started, hey,
What's up?
before you get started on your take, I have to ask you this, man. They asked your boy Terence Crawford, man, who was the best name on his resume, man, and he froze up, man. How you
That's old
freeze up?
news. That's old news.
I don't care. I'm bringing it up. Your boy froze up.
That don't mean nothing. They fighting now. Like he's got they got to fight, right? So everybody they fought don't mean nothing because they got to fight now. It's coming up September, Mexican Independence Day, right?
Canelo
So
hurting that boy, Slim. Canelo hurting him.
so yo, the thing, right? The thing is like, so I broke it down thoroughly in the last video, but I can even go even further, right? And I broke it down by physical attributes, right? Skills and experience. And like I don't know how much more. My money is going on Terence Crawford to win that fight.
I can't wait to take your money. This probably one of my easiest bets.
I'm doing that a simple bet with you, but I'm doing odds on that. I'm doing a DraftKings bet, nigga. I'm taking odds on that. Like I'm coming up on that, man. And remember, I always call bets like this, man. Like nobody had Devin Haney.
I'll easily take this
Like no,
bet on
nobody
DraftKings.
had
This
Ryan
easy money.
Garcia
This
mocking
easy
Devin
money.
Haney. I called that, and it should have been a knockout. I called a knockout, and it should have been. Man, I'm fucked up
We
with
both
Harvey
said
Dot,
that.
man.
We both said that. I don't disagree with you on that. I said Ryan. We both said Ryan was gonna whoop that
No,
nigga
no,
ass.
no.
I mean,
You didn't have Ryan in
whoop
that
that
fight.
brother's ass. We both
You
said
didn't have Ryan in
Ryan was
that
gonna.
fight. You didn't have.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
No, you right.
You
You
didn't have
right.
Ryan in that fight.
You right.
Yeah, they
My
niggas
bad.
be like, you know what I'm saying,
I
selectively
forgot. I forgot.
forgetful.
You right. You right. You right.
Yeah.
I was like, this motherfucker acting crazy. You right,
Another
Slim.
classic case of amnesia. Right? That's how it
I had
goes.
amnesia. You
Yeah.
right.
That's how
I
it
take
goes.
that back. I take that back. You right. You right.
Yo, FM, you wildin'. You wildin'.
Nah, man, my brother ain't got to cut no
You
dreads.
just, but
We
man,
ain't
want me
doing
to
no,
bet the
we ain't
trades.
doing no silly
You
ass
want to bet
bets
the
like that,
trades.
man.
Yo, some things ain't, you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
Nah, Slim.
Come
Nah, man.
on, bro.
We got too many people in our family, man, with head dreads to the floor,
I
man.
I can't bet the crown on another nigga's fight.
Hell nah, hell nah,
I
Slim.
can't, nah,
I would ain't
nah.
never take that bet. That's a
On
crazy.
another nigga's fight. I'm betting that on what another nigga about to do. Nah,
Nah,
bro. I'm
nah,
good.
nah,
I'm
nah.
good. Yo, no. It's all love, FM. All love, bro. Yo, so
Hey,
what's up?
hey, real talk, man. This the fight in September, Slim.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I mean, I don't even know how much further I could go with it. Hand size, catch and shoot. He's got catcher's mitts. He gonna be swatting them joints, right? Wrestling background, pulling them up. Like he's like people are asking me, what does the wrestling background have to do with it? In boxing, right? It's this thing called framing your opponent. It means a lot to frame your opponent. Uh, so it starts with the feet, right? It ends at the end of your fist, right? But sometimes it gets tight and you want to frame them. You want to turn them the way you want. You need to move them this way a little bit. You need to put this forearm up, right? So I could bring this fist up. That's y'all ain't gonna see it with this in the back, but you need to bring that up. It's like framing. It's like framing it, right? So that's one frame. You hold that's with your forearm. Side step, wham, right? So in the clinch, turn this way. The wrestling has a lot to do with that, right? And like when you in the clinch, that shit is tiring. It's exhausting, right? You
I mean, I've seen you doing all
zapping
that.
niggas' energy like that. A lot of
That ain't gonna
infighting
mean
in
that to
clinch fighting.
Canelo.
Now I'm telling you, and when you in the clinch with a Canelo, right, the wrestling will help you, right? Especially if you're stronger than him. Lock them arms up, right? Tie him up, get him on the ropes, tap that hip when you're on the ropes. It's a lot of infighting techniques where the wrestling will help. So the thing is, Bud is slicker on the outside, and if he's stronger on the inside, it's a wrap.
Remember I said this. Canelo is stopping Bud Crawford. Again! Breaking news! Canelo's stopping Bud Crawford. Remember I said it.
Yo, so now to answer the question, right? So they were saying, how does the wrestling come into play? That's how it comes into play, right? Because it's a small ring. It's gonna be a lot of infighting, right? So, and whoever has the strength and the control when they clinch up like that has an advantage. Now I'm just saying, it might shock Canelo, and I think Bud might have messed up when he pulled him in with one arm by the small of his back, right? Because you just forced Canelo to get more cambuterol, right? You forced Canelo right now. He's never been more serious about a fight at this point, right? Because if you Canelo, you got everything to lose. You're about to fight a dude who's jumping up multiple weight classes to fight you, man. And if he beats your ass, Anderson Miate, he beats your ass, right? That's gonna be all bad. Like Canelo has to win this fight by any means necessary. And so I'm going with the brother. I'm going with the brother. I'm gonna say if Bud believes in himself, he'll have God on his side, right? Because he has the physical attributes and that dog and the intellect to beat Canelo.
Bud can have all that. It's weight classes for a reason. Canelo in 8. Bad
Has it been
stoppage in
done?
8. Bad stoppage.
Has it been done though? It's been
I
done
know.
before.
Canelo ain't stopped nobody in 5 years, Slim. This like eating. This like, man, it's food time. Time to eat. He about to eat, Bud, Slim.
Has it been done before?
He
Right?
about to eat. He about to eat.
Yeah, but has it been done before though, right? It's been done before. Henry Armstrong. Henry Armstrong climbed all the way to middleweight. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, it can be done.
Canelo about to show Bud why his weight classes for a reason.
Roy
He's like, man, you
Jones.
gonna bring your ass basically 3 weight classes. He only fought once at 154. So it basically moving up 3 weight classes to go mess with Canelo, who just fought a couple of months ago. When you fought again, Bud, a year ago, wasn't that the same thing that happened to Spence when he fought you? And how did that go? It went all bad, Slim. Again, Canelo by 8 in the 8th round. Stoppage.
Yo, so Roy Jones, right? Roy Jones went up from middleweight, right, to become a heavyweight world champion, right? So it can totally be done. So this is not the impossible. It's what everybody seems to think. Like the impossible is about to happen. Let me tell y'all about Canelo, bro. Canelo parties hard, man. Like for a boxer. Bud don't party like that. Canelo party, right? Canelo party on that Mike Tyson level. He get down like that, man. Right? How long is that gonna last? Look at that nigga face. He's aging rapidly, right?
Who you talking about? Who
Canelo,
agent?
Canelo is the younger man and he's aging rapid as fuck. I bet you he's
How?
physically older than Terence Crawford, right? As far as wear and tear on the body, right?
What?
As far as wear and tear on the body, right? Canelo is much older. I ain't talking about the actual age, right? And it ain't because he started pro at 15. It's what you do outside the ring. The motherfucker party too hard, man. Cambuterol is not the fountain of youth, right? It's only going to take you so far. And everything you get on the front end, you're going to have to pay for on the back end, right? And right now, Canelo is approaching the back end, right? All that shit about to catch up to him right now, right? Terence Crawford lives a healthy lifestyle,
He
right?
about to be a body
He
bag.
don't smoke,
He
he don't
about to be a
drink,
punching
right?
bag for
Now,
Canelo.
time. He don't smoke, he don't drink, he don't party like that, right? Right? I mean, he get down, but he don't party like that, right? He takes care of his body and make sure that boxing is first. He's serious about this shit, right? You ain't gonna see Terence Crawford dancing around with a tequila glass, right? Looking
I mean,
lit, right?
do he be serious about fights?
Looking
Because I saw
lit,
an
right?
interview. I
Doing
saw an
this with
interview
his
with
nose
hold
and
up, time
shit,
out.
right? Right,
Hold up.
right.
I seen an interview
You
with
don't
Shannon
see
Sharp.
Terence
He getting
Crawford
pussy before the fights and
You don't see
everything, Slim.
Terence
So is
Crawford
he
at press
serious?
conferences, right? At press conferences doing this shit, right? You ain't gonna never see that, right? Cause ain't how Bud get down, bruh. It's a lot of shit y'all are not taking into account, right? I'm gonna just add to it, right? So now we talk physical attributes, right? We talk physical attributes, IQ, right? And we talked about what you can actual skills, right? So Bud. Now let's talk outside the ring, right? Outside the ring, right? Bud, Bud, eat healthy, don't drink, don't smoke, don't party, nigga. Right? But all Bud do is knock women up. Right? That's all he do. That's his drug. His drug
Bro,
is
wait a
making
minute. Wait
babies.
a minute. What the fuck you mean he knocked
Terence
women?
Crawford's only addiction is making babies. That's his only addiction.
Bro,
His
bro,
only
you can't
addiction.
say
He's
that.
addicted to making babies. Right? He got no other vices like that. Right? The nigga ain't at the club.
Well,
The
actually,
nigga's hunting and fishing,
I
bro.
can't. I can't disagree with you on that. He did do Shannon Sharp said, man, he loved getting pussy before fights, so I can't disagree.
The thing is, right? I can even talk that semen retention, right? The thing is, right? So you can still have sex before a fight, right? You have to practice semen retention. That's what it is, right? It's that simple. Just get out before you blow, slide and roll, right? And all that turns back into strength. It turns back into
He
strength.
busting off, man. He busting off.
I mean, I'm not into all that. That's TMI, right? That's TMI, bruh.
I gave you too much TMI. He busting off, nigga.
Yo, that was
Basically,
weird.
that's what he said.
That
Basically,
was
that's what he
weird, bro.
said.
All right, but
That's what he
I'm gonna
said.
just keep it real, right?
That's what
So
he
the nigga
said.
outside the ring, right? His only addiction is baby making, right? So he's got Canelo beat on
Hold on one
all
second. I can't
facets, and
take
I'm
care of
going hard, and I'm on the record right now, bro. Because if Bud Crawford loses, you better believe everybody's coming back for my neck, right? Because I'm going out there like that, right? The only reason it ain't happened with Tank and Lamont, because everybody thought Tank was gonna win easy, right? But with this, right? If Bud loses, I'm gonna take a L financially, right? I'm gonna take a L as far as coming up here, because niggas is gonna be talking mad shit, right? But if I'm right, but if I'm right, I'm officially the Ghost Rider of boxing.
it. Man, unfortunately, man,
Yo, David Martinez,
I'm
facts,
just saying.
facts.
I'm just saying.
I
I'm
gotta
just
keep
saying.
that same energy. Yes, I'm gonna have the same energy, David. I won't change. And I'll be real, right? I'll be totally real about it.
Hey, man, Canelo people's jumping in this joint right now, boy.
Canelo Peoples, y'all boy has been burning the candle at the front end too long, right? And now y'all at the back end of that candle, right? Cambuterol, parties, all that shit about to come on September 13th. All that shit's about to come to a head, nigga. You hear the ambulance? You hear the ambulance? Do you know about divine synchronicity? Right? September 13th. Cue the ambulance. Cue the ambulance, bruh. I'm talking
That's
crazy.
for
Nah, son.
that's for Bud, Slim. That's for Bud. That he take them body
Cue
shots
the
from Canelo,
ambulance.
Slim.
Cue the ambulance, nigga. Yeah.
That's where you're pissing blood type shit when you taking them Canelo body shots, man. Bud ain't used to that, man. He only fought at 54 once, and he was getting touched up by your boy Madrimov up there, man. Bop, bop, bop.
Man, he ate them joints.
Imagine what the punch is gonna be looking like coming from Canelo, man.
He ate them joints. Fuck you talking about? Yo, he ate them joints, right? Canelo, and I'm gonna tell you, Canelo's lost a step, right? Canelo's lost a step, bruh. He's worse than the Canelo that fought Floyd. He's
Hey man,
worse
let me
than
tell
the
you.
Canelo that fought Floyd. The
Hey
Canelo, the
Slim,
Canelo that lost to Floyd, right, was a better fighter than the Canelo that's about to fight Terence Crawford.
he about to punish Bud so bad that Floyd is gonna want a rematch with Canelo.
Hold on, I'm gonna keep adding it up, man.
Remember I said that. He gonna punish Bud so bad. He gonna Floyd gonna want a rematch with Canelo. Remember I said that.
That's crazy work, man. You
Crazy
jump
work.
out there and
I
just say
know
the
it sounds
craziest shit
crazy, Slim.
sometimes, man.
I know it sounds crazy, Slim, but
I,
that's
I
what's going.
I think you just saying shit at that point. I think you just saying that just to be talking. You just want to clear
Bruh,
up some.
it's weight
You want to
classes
fill up
for a
airspace.
reason.
I think you just wanted
It's
to fill
weight
up
classes
airspace,
for
right?
a reason.
But the thing is, though, right?
Bud,
So
Bud lifting weights and shit like he coming in like a bodybuilder, man. It's two different muscle factors coming in fight game, boxing. You can't have them type of muscles, man.
yo, Riley saying, yeah, he not a Bud fan at all, right? It's tank over everybody for me. But Bud is the complete fighter over Canelo. That's a fact. That's a fact. I mean, and I like going over shit like this, right? I'll go over it again, right? Let's talk attributes, right? Physical attributes, right? Canelo's the bigger guy. He's been fighting at the heavier weight class, but is he, right? Weight is relative to how you building your body. He's no longer the bigger guy, right? He's not
But
the
he's been in
taller
there.
guy.
He's been in there with the bigger guys who hit
Now
harder.
let me
Bud
finish, right?
hasn't.
Let me finish, right? He's no longer the bigger guy. He was the bigger guy, but now that's been nullified. Terence Crawford is a pretty big motherfucker right now, right? Terence Crawford is the taller guy. Terence Crawford has a longer reach, right? Terence Crawford's hands are catcher's mitts, right? Terence Crawford is an athlete. He's the better athlete, right? He's in pristine condition physically, right? So we've got all of that physical attributes, right? Faster feet, right? Faster hands, right? Yo, I mean, like, am I wrong? I'm not wrong, bro. So, and now let's talk. Now, those are the attributes. IQ, boxing IQ. Both men are counter punches, right? Both men are counter punches. Bud has better footwork, right? Uh, Bud is a better counter puncher. Bud is a far better counter puncher. Bud, like I said, has better movement, footwork. Bud is better, Bud's a better defensive fighter. Canelo hits harder, but Bud's a better defender, right? Bud's more accurate. Like, I mean, like, what are y'all seeing here, man? So IQ, another level. Bud is better. No. They both got great head movement. They both. Canelo may actually have like they got equal level head movement. He equal level. I'm gonna give a fair analysis,
Nah,
right?
I actually say, shit, Canelo got better head movement, man.
No, that's his thing. He's quick. He does it a certain way, right? He got good timing. He's got good timing, right? Bud is actually a brawler though. Bud
I
got
give
more
him
dog.
50-50. I give him 50-50 with the ring IQ. I give the power to Canelo. I give the ring experience at that weight to Canelo. I give uh, the big spotlight in the moment to Canelo. Only thing I give Bud is the footwork. That's it.
Insane work, bro. Insane work. Bud's an ambidextrous boxer puncher, right? With the heart of a killer.
Damn.
This
Ew.
is like Canelo is about to face problems. Y'all gonna see. Canelo's walking into that ring with a problem, and like all that shit. Let me go back, right? So now we talking IQ, physical attributes, right? Actual skills. So far, you're saying all Bud got is footwork. That's what you're saying. You're going with that. That's cool. I'm saying Bud has the edge in all three, right? And now let's talk habits. Let's talk outside the ring, right? Only one of these dudes actually lives a clean life. That's a fact. Only one of these dudes actually is really not drinking or smoking, right? Only one of these dudes is actually not partying with recreational style, right? Haney style, allegedly, right? Only one of these dudes, right, does not party Haney style, allegedly, right? That's all I'm saying, right? And Only one of these dudes, right, has tested positive for cambuterol, right? Uh, one is on snacks, true, but there has been no lab results saying that snacks has the side effects of anabolic steroids. It's just not documented, right? And if it is, they're hiding it. That's a fact, right? So only one of these dudes, right, has tested positive for steroids, right? Like how long in boxing can you smoke and drink, right? Inject steroids, right? Party hard than a motherfucker. Just lit, and not only that, take soft fights. Take soft fights, right? Not fight David Benavidez. Get drunk after every fight. How long can you do that as a boxer? How long can you do that? I just want to know. That's just a question I'm tossing up.
You done?
And I'm just asking the question, bro.
It's gonna be real simple, man.
Mav say Crawford on steroids. Cap.
He said on steroid. Nah, he just lifting like a mug, like he playing football.
Actually, Mav say Crawford is on steroids too. Yo, salute the Mavs, bro. Salute.
Hey, man, I have to ask you a serious question, man.
What's
As
up?
we moving on before that fight, before that in September, man. You know, Mike Carpenter reported. A lot of people still talk about it. August 16th, Javante Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach Jr. 2, the rematch, part 2.
I mean, okay, so I question the rematch still. I question the rematch still. Me personally, I'm looking at it. So as you know, I'm the ghostwriter of boxing, right? So I'm gonna give it to y'all how I see it, right? That's all of this is just how I see it, my opinion, my own personal assessment. Tank Lamont won. How did that go down? They were supposed to have the fight in 2024, right? And it looked like to me they were waiting for another fight to finish so they'll have the money to actually do the tank fight. So it looks like to me that they're kind of doing a Ponzi scheme, man, almost like Madoff, right? Where how did Bernie Madoff do it, right? His books look good, they would cook. He would talk to this rich motherfucker, and it's like, yeah, your boy just invested with me, right? And look how much money he made. So they would holler at their boy, yeah, that nigga, he paying, right? So you would give him your money, right? And guess what he would do? He would take that money to pay off the next nigga. You know what I'm saying? And now he's got to get another nigga to pay you your money. So it's constantly you constantly chasing, right? You're in a constant state of chasing. You're a constant state of paying off the last fight, right? So it looked like they didn't have the money to put that shit up initially. They had to wait. They had to wait to get the money, and it was after the Benavidez fight. So the joint happened after the Benavidez fight. So they made money, and then they used that money to pay for Tank Lamont. That's what it looked like to me. That's why it was so janky. That's why Tank wasn't in camp, right? And they had to delay that shit, right? That's why the press conference was ghetto as ratchet as hell. Because there wasn't no money up. They didn't put no money up. They still had to pay Tank. They still had to put Tank in camp, right? They underpaid Lamont. Lamont was gonna make more fighting O'Shaquie Foster than when he made to fight Tank Davis. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at Tank Lamont 2. It's looking like the same motherfucking thing. David
I'll say
Benavidez
that.
is about to fight, right? Who about to fight on PBC?
Nah, Manny and Barrios. That's the only fight they
Manny and
got.
Barrios. Yeah. All right, so Manny and Barrios are about to fight, right? They bought it. Look at Manny Pacquiao right now, man. He looks ridiculous. Somebody go get like somebody go get that man. You see him out there with Teofimo Lopez shadow boxing? He looks like an old man shadow boxing, bro. That's just sad to me, man. Right? PBC don't care. Call Manny up. Right? We need money. We gotta put on this tank fight. Like I'm telling you, but that's what it looked like to me. That's why we ain't hearing nothing about Tank being in camp, right? And if he
Well,
is,
my sources
what your
tell me
sources say?
little different, man.
What
Little
your
different,
sources
man.
say? I hope he in camp. What it look
Both
like?
in camp. Both in camp. Both in camp. Matter of fact, both I hear from my sources in Florida. Both are in Florida doing a training camp right now.
All right, so they put the money up to put him in camp.
Lamont is at the Pro Box facility where he did his last camp. Got a great relationship. Why not go back to the Pro Box house? So during the day doing his training, at night he doing his switching. I hear Tank down there. Been down there for a minute, from what I heard, getting ready for this rematch. Now here's the true question: we're sitting now, what, July 20 something? They said the fight is August 16th. Knowing the pattern how PBC does things, man, the timing is off. This fight probably going to get pushed back, in my opinion, because of the fact that we haven't heard anything about pre-sales. Number one. Number two, we haven't had a little New York tour, DC tour, LA tour to talk about this fight. And we're like close to just a month away. So that tells me everything is off right now. So I still see the fight going on because they both in camp right now. I just see it getting pushed back. But here's the problem. Here's the
Ain't gonna be no
problem with
fight,
this
man.
pushback. Here's the pushback with this. You can't push it into September. September, that's Canelo-Crawford. What you gonna push it into October? That's the only thing I'm looking at right now.
Tank is not fighting, right? He's not gonna fight. To me, it looked like bad news for Lamont, right? Because the X Factor, Turkey Al-Sheikh jumped in here. That changed everything. When Turkey Al-Sheikh got the Ferraris, Tank got his Ferraris, man. So once Tank got two Ferraris, everything changed. That Lamont Roach fight may never happen, at least not in the near future.
In my opinion, it's happening. I just think it's getting pushed back.
No, I'm saying though, right? Tank got
Now
two
I'm just giving my
Ferraris.
opinion on it. I just think it's getting pushed
No, I'm
back.
just
It's
saying
gonna
though, right?
happen.
My personal take is, right? Tank got his two Ferraris, and they're starting negotiations. I think that's the real holdup. I think it's all about money. The sad part about it,
He
bro.
ain't getting them Ferrari. He ain't getting them Ferrari.
The sad part
His
about
ass
it,
would have
bro.
posted them joints.
The sad part about it, bro. Right? Look, nobody cares what Lamont Roach does in this situation. Right? He's the last person they care about right now. Right now, the only thing that matters, right, is two Ferraris getting shipped over here straight from Italy. Right? Negotiations with Al Heyman and Turkey Al-Sheikh, and the future of Tank Davis, which involves hundreds of millions of dollars, right? Lamont Roach is a second thought, right? Lamont Roach is going to go into this rematch, if it even happens, right? Knowing you're going to lose.
I
We're
have
going
to
to pay you
disagree with
to, he's going to go in there and get paid to lose and put on a show, right?
who.
Lamont Roach, as we have well established, right? As we have well established, you are not getting it on the scorecards and you can't knock them out, right? So what's going to happen, even if it happens, we're just doing this as window dressing, right? Take your check and be happy, right? But Lamont Roach Jr. is not a factor, bro. Not a factor. Like he did his thing when it was his moment, right? But all honesty, the nigga is no frills boxing. No frills boxing, zero casual appeal, 10 knockouts in 28 fights. That's Lamont Roach Jr., bro. We can't sell that. We can't sell that.
I get all that. He got to stop Tank. He got to stop him.
Yeah. So, and then I put it up again when Tank clipped him on a check hook,
Man,
right?
he did not clip him. I even put the clip up, man. He took 8 Tank hardest punch. I got that shit. 7-second clip where Tank threw
Explain
his
the
hardest
stumble.
shot and Lamont ate it
Explain the
like it wasn't
stumble.
nothing.
Explain the stumble.
What stumble did he fall? That's the whole point.
There we go. All right, so you saw it. Yeah, so you
So
finally saw it.
what?
You
A
finally
half
saw it.
a move like that? A quick move like that?
No, it
Didn't
was
even
off the
go.
check. It was off the check, and Tank
He
didn't
didn't
finish, right?
move. He didn't move.
The announcer
I got
saw it.
the
The
clip. I
commentator
got
said
the
it. The
clip.
commentator said, "Oh my God, Lamont needs to be careful. Tank is loading up." Everybody saw him get caught. right?
I don't know
So
what you
the
saw,
thing
Slim,
is,
but you on
the
some
thing
different
is, right?
shit
I
over
mean, it's
there.
up
You
there.
on
It's
some
video
different
evidence.
shit
I don't
over
have to
there,
debate
Slim.
it. I don't have to like life and
I understand your
videos. The
favorite fighter
video
and all,
backs
but
me up. The
goddamn,
actual
Slim, what the
fight
fuck are you
backs me
talking
up.
about?
You can say what you want to on a live stream, right? But you still can go to the fight and see who's telling the truth. And that's what it is, right? So the video evidence backs me up. Your man's got clipped. Your man's got clipped, right? And off a check, right? He got clipped off the check, right? That's what happened. So if that rematch happens, it's good, right? But if it don't happen, it's still good. Because Lamont Roach is the guy, right, who everybody feels got robbed against Tank Davis. You could sell that, but it's all about the dance partner. See, like with Tank, you don't need a dance partner to make money. With a nigga like Lamont Roach, you do. So Lamont Roach is now a bigger fight as far as paydays go for anybody who fights him. Because right now, he's the guy who got robbed against Tank Davis. Cue the ambulance.
Give me a minute, dog. I need to
Cue the
grab my charge.
ambulance. Cue the ambulance. We're talking about Lamont Roach fighting Tank Davis. Cue the ambulance. Right? So the thing is, right? He's going to sleep and he's already famous. So if the rematch happens, Lamont will like he'll either get dropped, stopped, or put to sleep. One of those three things are gonna happen. Yo, 410, salute. You say how he get robbed. No judge picked that. I don't get it. Judge picked Davis. Oh, I see it. Boom, boom. Yeah, Tank lost that fight. I agree, Isaac Jones. Elion saying those wasn't the hardest shots. Tank didn't go the normal strength training with the right people. You're right, man. He had one sparring partner for the whole fight. I mean, for the whole camp. He had one sparring partner. They didn't have no money in that camp, bro. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. That entire Lamont Roach fiasco was a bootleg production, right? And I'm gonna tell you even one step further, right? Yo, Tank Davis, stop doing business with Barry Hunter. You and Barry Hunter together are bad luck. Do something else, not boxing. Tank Davis and Barry Hunter together is bad fucking luck. Yo, salute to y'all, Millen Films. Tank orchestrated this whole thing to make a statement in the rematch. Tank was collecting data the whole fight. I'm going with you on that. I'm going with you on that, fam. Yo, your favorite barber. He left himself dependent on a Tank fight. Yes, he did, bro. Yes, he did. Yeah, man. He could have been out like campaigning to get on the Riyadh season card. That's a fact. That's a fact. But yo, salute to Lamont Roach, right? If the fight happens, good. You still gonna lose. If the fight don't happen, good. You gonna get a money fight your next fight. You still got Shakur right there, right? Shakur will fight you. That's gonna be a come up. Yo, oh, you back? Yeah, 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 yeah.
I had to grab my charger, son. Because people was calling me left and right, messing me all up.
Speaking of that, hold on. Let me Hey yo, warm up the chat for a minute, man. Warm up the chat. I'm about to make a run real quick. I gotta grab something. I hear somebody getting dropped off at the door. Hold
I probably won't be able to. I'm on that 1% Slim. We on that ghetto fabulous today, man. I should have had my charger on me, man. But again, for all those, man, August 16th is the date for Tank Davis versus Lamont. Again, with all the patterns from the past Tank fights and how they promote and do things, it looks a little off, man. Like this fight gonna get pushed back, man. Just my opinion, looking at the situation, man. We're too close to July right now. July 4th is next week. looking at a month away. You say you got Tank in the rematch? I got Lamont. I got Lamont. But it looked like both are working out right now, sources say. Both down in Florida training for this camp. So you got both down in Florida getting ready for this fight. So definitely looking forward to it. When it's going to happen, I don't know. We haven't heard any pre-sales, no sales, any sales. What are they going to do it a month away? So these are things people need to think about, man, as these fights are coming up. And again, you see what's going on with Canelo-Crawford and the money they putting behind that. So they definitely do not want.
Yeah, we up. You done froze? Well, I'm just in the nick of time. This nigga done froze. Yo, chat, how long this nigga been frozen, man? Yo, Math is saying Tank should have lost that fight. In my opinion, Tank should have lost the fight. Yes, I think Tank got knocked down and the ref cheated. Honestly, I think it was straight cheating at its finest. Usyk Dubois, that's a good one. That's a good one. I want Dubois to win that fight, bro, but I got Usyk. Wow, Math, it's synchronicity, man. Synchronicity. Glad I pulled up just at the right moment. But yo, man, so I want to go back to, man. I want to go back to something we was talking earlier. As we know, my brother, like, he thinks he has the brilliant idea of Bill Haney having Sean Haney fight Charleston White, right? That's celebrity boxing. That's what Bill is setting that youngin' up for. Hold on. Your favorite barber. Tank already put him on. Yep. And he told him to that right, get on your feet, bruh. And Lamont already blowing the bag. Yo, bruh, Tank already put the nigga on. That's facts, bro. That's facts. And you can't like have your whole like definition as a professional fighter be the Tank fight and dependent solely on the Tank rematch. It's a lot of other good fights Lamont Roach could be taking. I personally think he needs to go to 35 and like go after a belt. You know, come for that belt at 35. Go for Keyshawn belt, nigga. Try to get in the scrap with Abdullah Mason, right? Let's see how you handle 35 for real. Or you solely dependent on Tank, right? I want to see you fight Shakur. I want to see you fight Abdullah Mason. I want to see Lamont Roach Jr. get down for his at 35, man. Yo, salute to relax and chill, man. Yo, Tony Brooks, Devin. What up with Devin, Tony Brooks? Salute to D4 Don. Maps want to know what I think about Ryan Rowley. I think Ryan got shook. I think Rowley had his number. He got shook. We saw where his heart's at. He got tested. Usually Ryan, because Ryan got that dog in him. So usually when Ryan get hurt or something, he get mad. He did not get mad at Rowley. It was like Rowley had his heart. Yeah, for real. Rowley pulled all the bitch up out of him. Haha, Mav said he wasted his money on that. How you think Turkey feel? How you think Turkey feel? Turkey ready to change the rules of boxing because of that fight, bruh. Yeah. But yo, man, salute to everybody in the chat. It's been real. We sliding out. Coming back a little later. This is Scooter Powell, the casual boxing fan. Peace.